Welcome to Chemistry Lover, and this is another question to revise your concept. So you have to convert this ketone to this aldehyde. Basically what you are doing is you are introducing one extra carbon, and you have to do this reaction using one name reaction, right? So in one step you can do it, actually not in one step, but you have to use only one reaction, name reaction, and that will give a good yield. And another hint is, in the previous video I discussed about this reaction. So in the previous video I discussed about 4 name reactions: Stobbe reaction, Knoevenagel reaction, Riefer-Matuszky reaction, and the Dargent's glycidic ester condensation. So one of these 4 reactions you can use here to convert this to this. Now pause this video and think that which reaction you can use. Okay, now let me answer for you. So in this case what you can use is, you can use the Dargent's glycidic ester condensation reaction, and actually you have to do one more step after the glycidic ester formation. So if you start with a chloroester, so this is your chloroester, right? And in Dargent's glycidic ester you first make the enolate. So from here you will make the enolate. Now this enolate, when you react with this ketone, what will happen? It will attack over here, right? So I am just writing down the mechanism of Dargent's glycidic ester once to revise it. Okay, so here you will have this, and here you have this chlorine. So now here you have this O minus and this ring, right? Then it will attack over here, this chlorine will go. So the up to this is the Dargent's glycidic ester condensation reaction, and this is your product. This is the glycidic ester, right? Now what you have to do is, you have to just put some acid, HCl. So acid will first hydrolyze this ester. So first ester hydrolysis will occur, and that will give you acid over here. So the ester will be hydrolyzed to acid. Now this is the epoxide ring opening. Now how this epoxide ring can be opened? So this is important. This is the main step here. Okay, so you have to write down it somewhat like this, OH, right? So you can show it in one step, or you can do it in a separate step. Whatever you do, you get the same result. So what here can happen is, so this will take this proton, this bond will go here, and this bond will come here. So from here you will get something like this enol you will get, and also it will liberate carbon dioxide, and finally tautomerization of this enol will give you the aldehyde. So this is how, using Dargent's glycidic ester condensation reaction, you can convert the ketone to the aldehyde in one step. Now this mechanism, if it looks a bit of noisy, then you can do it in a stepwise way also. Actually there is no clear-cut proof in which way the reaction is going. So what you can do is, you can simply protonate it first, right? So it can be a stepwise mechanism. So first the protonation will occur. Now this protonation will allow the formation of more stable tertiary carbocation over here. So now you have this OH, and on this side you have this acid. So now simple this decarboxylation, right? So this decarboxylation is occurring because it has a neighboring positive charge, and now the enolization will give you this, actually tautomerization will give you this aldehyde. So this is how it will occur. So I hope that this video will help you to clear your concept regarding the Dargent's glycidic ester condensation, and also you learned how to use this type of reactions, name reactions, in conversions. So thank you for watching.